And now, 6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter.
Two of the top programs in the area met tonight for a non-conference Week 2 class. It's our big game of the week tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Tyler Driesinger. DeWitt and Mason have been in the Division III state semifinals 4 times in the last 5 years. They went head-to-head for the 3rd straight year in the regular season.
And before we get to that game, we do want to show you what happened in the freshman game between the Panthers and Bulldogs yesterday. On the opening kickoff, the ball is going to make its way to DeWitt's Bennett Starmer, who is off to the races. Like any other freshman football player at DeWitt, Bennett loves the game of football and loves his teammates. His only difference is that he has Down syndrome and doesn't get to play as much as his teammates. Mason freshman football head coach Andrew Chapin is friends with the Starmer family and wanted to make something special happen for Bennett. Both teams came over to celebrate, making for a very special moment on Thursday.
A great moment there. In the game tonight, a full moon at DeWitt, and the Panthers led 31-14 at halftime, but the fun was just getting started. Mason cuts into the lead to open the 3rd. Troy Peters takes it in himself. DeWitt answers right back. Trav Moore emerges from a swarm of bodies and cuts back all the way across the field. Touchdown Panthers to make it 38-21. Then in the waning seconds of the 3rd quarter, Garrett Coate drops back to pass and connects with a wide open Joey Child behind the defense. Bulldogs back within 10. But on the first play of the 4th quarter, guess who and guess what? It's Moore slicing and dicing and breaking free again for a 47-yard touchdown. It's easy to see why the Central Michigan Chippewas are excited to bring him in next fall. Mason just refuses to go away. First play on the ensuing drive, it's Peters following his blocks and bursting free up the sideline. How about 62 yards to the house for his 3rd touchdown of the game? Mason would then add a field goal. Final 30 seconds. They've got the ball back down a touchdown, but the DeWitt defense makes a stand. Everett Cooper gets home for the sack on the last play of the game. As the seconds tick off, his teammates swarm him. The Panthers hang on 44-37. A high-scoring affair, but the DeWitt defense stepped up in the biggest moments.
We played a lot better last week. Again, part of that's credit to 15 because that kid is really, really good, as I said. But, I mean, we made the plays at the end. We needed to get the win, so we'll certainly take it, you know. And, I mean, we're 2-0 right now, and that's where the best we can be at this point. So plenty to work on. When you have some mistakes and things that you got to clean up and you still win against a good team, you'll take it.
We just tried to play together as a team, you know, brotherhood. We've been playing together since 4th grade, so we just put it all on the line.
Staying in the CAAC Blue, Grand Ledge had its home opener tonight and was taking on Battle Creek Lakeview. Already up 7-0 in the 1st quarter. Mason Myers is like Michael Myers with a ball in his hands. He's tough to stop. Myers gets in for the touchdown, putting the Comets up 14-zip. Grand Ledge had no issue on defense either in this one. On the deep ball downfield, Kingston Nixon goes up and gets it for the interception, giving the ball back to the offense. The Comets would turn it into another touchdown. Anthony Baker runs in the short yardage touchdown. Grand Ledge rolls to a 35-6 victory on Fallen Heroes night. The Comets are now 2-0.
In East Lansing, the Trojans hosting last year's D1 runner-up, Hudsonville. 1st quarter, East Lansing's got time to throw, looks deep over the middle, but it's picked off by Hudsonville's Tyler Strick. The Eagles cash in the turnover just a few moments later. A flip forward to Parks Vuctavine. He cuts upfield, lowers his shoulder at the goal line. Hudsonville takes a 14-0 lead. Then a low snap here looks like more trouble for East Lansing, but B.J. Artister scoops it off the turf, rolls out, fires down the sideline to Nevian Yarborough, who's off to the races for the touchdown. But that would prove to be the only score of the night for the Trojans. Hudsonville wins big, 37-6, the final.
Well, another big game we had taking place tonight was an 8-man football, and it was a playoff rematch.
Yeah, Morris made it to the Division II 8-man state championship game last season and defeated then top-ranked Portland St. Patrick during their playoff march. For more on the matchup, we bring in Desharian McBroom and Kara Adams.
Well, guys, there's nothing like a good playoff rematch early in the season, and these two teams are coming off some pretty dominant wins in their season opener.
That's right, and these two teams have a lot of returners from their playoff runs last season. So let's head to Morris High School to see what went down in this good old rivalry. Picking up in the second half, and Morris led 7-0 to start. And this one, it came down to the wire. But early into the third quarter, Kalen Pline, he gets the sack, giving the Shamrocks a spark to build some momentum. And then Charlie Thean, well, he quite literally just scoops that ball up, and he runs it all the way down to get St. Patrick on the board and make it 6-7. They were pretty fired up about that one. And then the Shamrocks, well, they decide to go for two. Brady Leonard, he sneaks in and he gives the Shamrocks the 8-7 lead. And then with just under 4 minutes to go, it's Brady Leonard again. He avoids the first tackle and the second, but whoops, I don't exactly avoid the second tell, so excuse the camera mishap, but St. Patrick, they complete the comeback, and head coach Pat Roseman credits this win to his team's resiliency.
There's resilience there. They know they can do some things. We got pushed into trying some new things tonight and to some different heights that Morris will make you do. They prepare well and they get after you, and our kids had to respond to that, so we appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Well, it was a good night for the Shamrocks, but as for Portland, the Raiders were on the road tonight taking on Lansing Sexton.
And coming up after the break, we'll see if Portland can extend its 26-game regular season winning streak. And Fowler, they began conference play tonight and was looking for its first win of the season. That and more is next on the Dean Trailways Fifth Quarter.
Look for the U.S. Army Fan Zone each week at the 6 Sports Game of the Week. Try your skill at games, win great prizes, and more.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means getting people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training,
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
so you can be all you can be.
Good helps keep people safe. Good cares for people, feeds people, and keeps things running. We're MDOC, and good works here. Come join us. Go to michigan.gov/MDOC jobs to learn more.
Gambling ads are getting pretty hard to ignore. If you choose to gamble, make sure you play it safe. For tips that will help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
End of year is coming, with insurance deductibles resetting in January. Now is the perfect time to schedule an appointment with Advanced Audiology. Let us provide you with a customized hearing solution today.
Hearing starts here at Advanced Audiology.
Here's what people are saying about Holt Heritage Village, the first choice in 55 and older independent living.
Almost the minute I moved in here, I felt comfortable. I felt like I was really where I should be.
I love it here. It's nice, it's warm, it's toasty. The catabuses up here take me wherever I want to go, and I can be much more independent.
Ask about our 1-month free rent at Holt Heritage Village, your affordable choice for 55 and over independent living.
Choose Able Concrete to beautify your home's curb appeal. It's done right and on time and won't break the bank or your back. Call Able Concrete. Financing now available.
We're ready, we're willing, we're Able Concrete.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, we know what matters to you.
At home, peace of mind matters.
For my business, efficiency matters.
On the road, responsibility matters.
Protecting their future matters.
Out here, legacy matters.
When protecting what matters most in life, the experience matters. Find a Farm Bureau agent who can protect what matters to you.
Get into Crickett's Home Furnishings during our great September sale.
The Lexington Furniture Fall Sales Event features savings of up to 50% at Crickett's Home Furnishings. Choose from 6 premium brands with a 100-year legacy of design leadership. Lexington Furniture has the style and design to fit your lifestyle at the lowest prices of the year, now through September 30th.
Visit Crickett's Home Furnishings and Design Center today.
Welcome back. The Portland Raiders haven't lost a regular season game since 2022, and they haven't lost to Lansing Sexton since 2017.
Yeah, that's right. The CAAC White Rivals met tonight at Sexton. The J-Dubs were coming off a loss last week in head coach Willie Dillard's first game, but the Raiders from Portland would take control early. First Portland drive, Nolan Zepatowski scores on the 1-yard touchdown as Portland takes the early 6-0 lead. First Sexton possession, Josiah Stewart going to get the handoff, but Max Sanborn forces the fumble and the possession goes right back to Portland. And after the fumble, Brad Myers gets the handoff. He is too strong, breaking a tackle and hightails it to the end zone for another Portland touchdown. The Raiders lead 14-0. Sexton would respond as Zion Mathis is going to go deep and connects with Stewart on a 65-yard touchdown to cut the Sexton deficit to 8. But the Raiders couldn't be stopped on the ground as Caden Dickerson scores. Portland would cruise to the 49-12 win over Sexton.
As for another CAAC White matchup, Olivet traveled to Lansing Catholic, and the Eagles were up 21-0 at halftime. The Cougars came out determined to make this a game in the second half. Senior quarterback Gary Tackett keeps it himself and powers into the end zone to make this a 14-point game. The Eagles would respond, though, with their strong rushing attack. Sophomore quarterback Reese Critchlow pitches it to Caleb Frazier, and he weaves his way into the end zone for 6. The defense for Olivet would come up clutch as well in the final quarter. On 4th and 1, Dawson Feldposh stuffs the runner to force a turnover on downs. Then it's Ethan Schaefer with one of the best runs of the night, breaking tackles left and right on his way to the end zone for a 38-yard touchdown. Olivet rolls to a 34-10 win over Lansing Catholic and is 2-0 for the first time since 2020.
Our senior class, guys that have just grown up playing together, just love playing together. That's the best part of it. They cheer for one another, and guys that in other years for Olivet would get maybe 15, 20 touches in a game, and this year they're getting 3, 4, 5, and they're sharing the rock. And Reese, our quarterback, is doing a really good job distributing the ball offensively. So just really happy with the way that their offense is going right now.
Well, down in Jackson, it was a battle of defending state champs with some recent history. Jackson Lumen Christi, the reigning D6 champions, hosted Pontiac Notre Dame Prep, the reigning D5 champions.
Yeah, Notre Dame Prep defeated Lumen Christi by 4 points last year. It was the only loss of the Titans season.
That game was at Notre Dame Prep last year. Tonight, the two teams met at Lumen Christi. The Fighting Irish landed the first punch in this high-scoring matchup. Quarterback Sam Stone throws it to Ben Liparoto, and he runs in the first score of the game. The Titans would answer right back with a pair of rushing touchdowns, including this 47-yard run by standout running back Paul Sattler, who slices through the defense to put Lumen up 14-7. And with 7.5 minutes until the half, Lumen Christi quarterback Benny Gaston goes untouched on the QB option for an easy 25-yard score to put the Titans up 28-7. Lumen Christi would eventually run away with this one in the third quarter. Sattler scores on 3rd down at the goal line. Lumen Christi goes on to win tonight 54-34.
And we move from Jackson up to Langsburg. Both teams looking for their first wins of the season. And here's a pretty cool moment to start the game. Paige Woodworth, she kicks off for the Wolfpack, and she nailed that one pretty far to get things going for them. But we move early into the first quarter. Dalton Thielen with the handoff to Levi Travis, and Travis with the footwork, and he finds the end zone and puts the Eagles on the board first. And it was pretty much all Fowler from then on. There was no stopping their offense tonight. Colt Novak, here he is with the carry, and man, he bulldozes his way into the end zone, and he gives Fowler the 12-0 lead. He went on to rush for 143 yards on the night, and Fowler got their first win of the season, 48-7.
Well, it's time for our last break of the night, and when we come back, we'll look ahead to see Michigan State, see if they can avenge last season's loss to Boston College.
Yeah, the Spartans will be taking on BC tomorrow night, looking to go 2-0 for the 5th straight season. Plus, Lansing Eastern was looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 1997. We'll check in on the Quakers when we come back.
The Dean Trailways fifth quarter is sponsored by Dean Trailways of Michigan.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
To date, Grubauer Orthodontics has donated over $64,000 to local teachers and students. Here's one example of how their generosity is being used.
Mrs. Sims of Lockwood Elementary in Eaton Rapids used her $1,000 award from Grubauer Orthodontics to purchase a 3D printer and new books for her students.
If you're a teacher in one of these counties, be sure to register your class at oneclassmichigan.com this school year, and you could win $1,000 to invest in your classroom and students.
At Clinton Transit, we believe it's more than just a ride. It's doors opened and appointments made. It's errands conquered, new jobs started, and friends reunited. It's all the wonderful connections we help make possible. We're the Blue Bus, keeping people connected. Learn more at mybluebus.com.
All-American Sundance. We save you a lot of money every day at Sundance. Hey, summer trading days at Sundance, we'll take anything in on trade. Believe me, if it goes over the fence or goes down the road, there's $15,000 worth of savings on that Corvette. Here's a little Blazer for $187 a month. All these trucks and cars have got real low payments on them. Your local dealer's not going to do it. We do it every day. We want to earn your business. We'll take anything in on trade, make it fun and affordable for you at Sundance.
News Nation Wednesday. The world's most ruthless men, past and present, exposed.
Evil is contagious.
Bill O'Reilly uncovers the disturbing parallels between history's monsters and today's global threats.
Evil doesn't just happen.
And if America doesn't fight them, who will? Leland Vittert hosts Bill O'Reilly, Confronting Evil, Wednesday, 10/9 Central, only on News Nation.
Moving to Lansing Eastern, the Quakers had a chance to start their season 2-0 for the first time since 1997.
And they faced the Clio Mustangs, a team that went winless last season but defeated Mount Morris last week. Lansing Eastern head coach Jordan Morgan and company would look to make history. Third quarter, Robbie White gets the handoff for Clio and scores on the 3-yard touchdown. Clio goes up 20-6. Fourth quarter, White gets the handoff again for Clio and was a man on a mission, breaking 5 tackles, taking it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And from there, quarterback Demarion Erlenbach takes it in for the touchdown. Clio goes up 26-6. But no quitting the Quakers. Kenyatta Gee gonna drop back, scrambles out to his left. He's gonna find Komir Muhammad, who scores on the touchdown to cut the deficit to 12. But Clio would go ahead to get the win, 34-14, with the win over Lansing Eastern. And Waverly was taking on Constantine at home. Second quarter, Waverly's Robert Dorsey gonna drop back and finds Terrell Suttoff Dosh Jr., who gets the pass, cuts up the field for a Warriors first down. Very next play, Dorsey drops back again and goes for the long shot. He finds Julio Nadeau for the big 50-yard gain, who makes it first and goal inside the 10. And on the next play, Waverly hands it off, but Constantine forces the fumble, and the Falcons recover the ball, and it's going back to Constantine. A few plays later, Constantine's Bear Geib gets the handoff, and he was off to the races, scoring on a 50-yard touchdown. Constantine gets the 36-6 win over Waverly.